hey there, and welcome to the Ope Eh Three-Way Pro Wrestling Podcast on this, our episode 51. And I'm feeling like Area 51, boys. I am spacey. It's been a long day at the office. How are you doing? How are y'all doing?
Were you Naruto running, trying to get in?
Say what now?
Naruto running. You remember when they were going to storm Area 51? And the
Oh,
government
that.
taxpayer dollars to tell our soldiers and infantry and Marines what Naruto running was? Great times.
What a briefing that must have been, hey? You had someone demonstrating. I would sit here and talk about weapons too, because I guess there's some Naruto running in that as well, but this isn't that particular podcast.
No, it's no anime podcast.
Nope.
No horror movie podcast either.
Donnie,
how are you?
Right. I'm okay. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Just
We started talking about Naruto running in Area 51.
Naruto running, so I'm not just gonna let you guys blab about whatever it is you're blabbing about, and I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
Are you familiar with the ninja from the hidden leaf there, Don?
I do know what Naruto is.
Okay, I just wanted to check to make sure it was at least that much wasn't entirely lost. So
I do know what it is, and that's basically where it ends with my knowledge on Naruto.
Fair enough.
He has a son named Burrito.
Great. Now I know a little bit
more. You mean Boruto? You say burrito?
I don't know about Naruto. I know they run.
Oh, okay.
What are we talking about today that isn't anime? Because this is not an anime podcast. This is a wrestling podcast.
Talking about men's soap operas, baby.
Hell yeah. Not kids' animated soap operas that also might be for adults. Very confusing.
No, this ain't for the kids. This is for the sickos. Specifically because we're talking about AEW and WWE today. Isn't that right?
Yeah. NXT, I think, specifically on the WWE side, but...
Mm-hmm. Duly noted. Fair enough.
We got Forbidden Door and Heatwave both this weekend, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we will. And as always, don't forget to follow us on socials. X, Facebook, Dropkick, Instagram, TikTok, and of course you can see our new episodes and old episodes if you be so kind. If you follow us and subscribe on YouTube and Spotify.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to go.
But I'm sick of talking about the present. Talk about the past.
I'm glad I'm the only one who pressed the button this week.
It sounded pretty janky.
It was real janky last week. You want to hear people fight over a soundboard? Check us out from last week's episode.
Speaking of jank, we're going to go back to 2001 in the middle of the invasion.
That reminds me of jank, all right.
That was janky. Raw holds Austin Appreciation Night. Austin, at this point, was head of the Alliance, so they wanted to celebrate him. Kurt Angle would interrupt, driving a milk truck, and spray everybody in. And one of JR's good calls from that year, he had a lot of great calls in that time. Stephanie McMahon was getting sprayed with milk, and he says, "The $1 billion princess has now become the Dairy Queen."
That was a great line. I don't know why that didn't get drumline. That was an all-timer.
No, that was
a good JR line.
That was a button click for Stephanie now being the Dairy Queen.
But sure, yeah.
He used that one too.
Dairy Queen. Yeah.
The crowd was definitely not like this. If anything, they were more like...
Yes! I love that!
But Stephanie was
fair, especially with the...
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, see, I can go all day. But
2001, they were definitely like that the entire time. So, but we'll jump ahead to 2006. WWE SummerSlam is held from the TD Bank Arena. I know I fumbled that.
Blup, blup.
Hulk Hogan would have his final WWE match, defeating Randy Orton. He really put the up-and-comer over like he was known to do.
Off! is the direction you can fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure Cowboy Bob was saying something like that too.
Yeah, but he didn't put a Cowboy Bob over either, so what's it matter?
No, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Generational burials.
Mm-hmm.
The Big Show would defend the already dead ECW World Heavyweight Championship against Sabu in an Extreme Rules match. And a great Canadian whose theme music we just heard moments ago would retain the WWE Championship against hometown hero John Cena. And then I believe the next night on Raw, he brought out the Rated R spinner belt, which was somehow worse than the regular spinner belt.
You know what? I actually like the Rated R spinner belt.
Yeah, it was bad. It sucked.
I'm gonna jump on and be contrarian here. I liked it better than like the Miz's spinner belt.
But that
it was better than that iteration.
Spinner belt. He just turned it to M.
That's what exactly. He turned it to M for mini.
Instead of W for one though.
Do you not watch SpongeBob either there, Don?
No.
Oh.
You gotta remember,
well,
I'm 38, right? SpongeBob was when I was an adult.
Well,
it's a direction
oh,
you
it's
can
been around
fuck.
for a while. Ah.
When was the first SpongeBob episode? Now I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole here. 1 second.
99.
Yeah, like 1999.
Really? It's been around that long? Yeah, it is 1999.
Yeah. You'd have been fine watching SpongeBob.
No, I would have been like, no.
It'd have been good SpongeBob too.
Been like 12.
Yeah, it would have been very good SpongeBob.
Nah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But how about we jump ahead 10 years? NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2.
Oh yeah.
Bobby Roode and Ember Moon would make their in-ring debuts, winning their respective matches. They were glorious, of course. We need a glorious button, I think.
Yeah, glorious button would hit.
The Revival and DIY, of course, have an incredible match that the Revival would win and retain their tag titles. Asuka would defeat Bayley. You are trigger happy today, aren't you?
In hindsight. In hindsight, that's probably pretty appropriate. Yeah.
Yes, that's where I was going with that.
Asuka would defeat Bayley in Bayley's final NXT match at the time. And in the main event, Shinsuke Nakamura would defeat Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship. Top to bottom, great show.
Likely the top performance that Shinsuke Nakamura would have probably given. Well, I mean, the top accolade he would have gotten in WWE.
What are you talking about? He won the Rumble.
Yeah, he did.
That's true. He did. You're right. I'm sorry. I guess I'm considering like titles. That's to be specific.
Winning the Royal Rumble is definitely a bigger accomplishment than having the NXT title.
I would say 2016 NXT, like Finn Balor's reign to end of Black and Gold, the NXT Championship was probably the most prestigious title in WWE at that time.
That's definitely not
true. So I guess I wouldn't say that's accurate, but I guess to specify my original point, the most prestigious.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's more prestigious than Brock Lesnar being champion, John Cena being champion, whoever else being champion. Give me a break.
I'm just saying, in terms of watching the product week to week, NXT blew Raw and SmackDown out of the water.
Sure, but that doesn't make the title prestigious.
When 2016? SmackDown 2016?
2016 to 2020. NXT. SmackDown 2016 was great, but like if we're talking long term, NXT all day.
Yeah, I suppose we could argue, but
it's not time to argue.
We're talking about the past. I know.
It's time
we don't argue about the past.
And SummerSlam takes place from Barclays. Jinder Mahal would defeat Shinsuke Nakamura and make me sad.
Oh, this was what you're talking about, one of the biggest moments in wrestling history. That makes sense.
No, this was.
No, because you said in the pre-show you're going to talk about something that was like one of the biggest moments in wrestling history.
Canadian.
And you're right. Jinder Mahal, Canadian legend, winning the WWE Championship. You're absolutely right. I'm glad that you.
What an honor.
He retained the championship here.
Oh well, retain, win, same difference. Fantastic moment in
But
And
wrestling history.
Shinsuke, he did beat John Cena to earn that match too, did Shinsuke Nakamura? In one of the oddest match graphic cards I've ever seen, with Shinsuke Nakamura versus John Cena. Winner faces Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
This total bizarro world, man. But it was great for its time. I will say. I was very hyped about it.
Yeah, I was hyped about the main event. In a fucking meat fest, Brock Lesnar would retain the Universal Championship against Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, and Samoa Joe. This match fucking ripped. It was so fun.
Yeah, I'm always a big fan. It's much better than the one where it was Brock, what was it? Brock, Kane, Braun, and
That's it.
or was that was
Yeah, it was a triple
that
threat.
was it? Okay. Oh, okay. It
Although
was
that
better
did
than
have
that.
one of my favorite moments of Brock's title reigns, where Braun hit him with a knee that was a little too stiff.
Oh, and then he just beat the shit out of him.
He hits an uppercut and a straight right and tells him to slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
You could see where Braun's brakes just got slammed on for him.
Yeah.
Oh, you could see his eyes. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, he fucking.
But we're gonna talk. We're gonna say happy birthday to the Ring General Gunther.
Hopefully, he's enjoying his time off, getting some what do they call it? Some braten or some fucking.
Bratwurst?
I should know this. There's a word for cake. No, not bratwurst. There's like funnel cake. I don't know. I was trying to think of anyway. Happy birthday, Gunter. I was trying to think of the cake word in German, but it was completely slipping my mind. So it is good. It's great. You can put candles in it. But
the last thing I wanted to talk about, and this is one of the biggest moments in wrestling history.
What did
2021 AEW would hold the first dance on their second ever Rampage, and CM Punk would return to wrestling for the first time in 7 years.
I don't think Jinder Mahal was on that show.
He definitely was not.
No, he was probably too busy talking shit about AEW around then.
That's entirely possible. Now that you mention that, I do remember that little mini feud on the old Twitter machine.
But that pop that Punk got when he appeared is one of the loudest pops I've ever got. People were crying because he came back. I almost cried. I was watching it in a bar and I was like, it was one of those things I never thought would happen. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. And Donnie, you can shake your head all you want.
Crying over a guy that had to work with children. Come on now.
He didn't. Well, he didn't know he was working with children.
What is it? Unprofessional, empty-headed fucks like Hangman Adam Page.
I think it was empty-headed dumb fucks.
Oh, okay, I'm glad we added dumb on there because empty-headed wasn't.
Glad we made that distinction.
They could be smart, empty-headed fucks.
I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson exists.
Hey, shout out to Neil deGrasse Tyson on the Ope Eh three-way podcast, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it was a significant moment in wrestling history because it was the beginning of the end of him going anywhere else but WWE.
Yeah, and I mean, it genuinely, I don't think anybody ever, maybe, there's always never say never, but he was so adamant he wasn't going to come back, and
he said himself, that's not true. He said himself he was supposed to come back, and then Vince said no last minute, back in 2019.
He found that was years later they talked about that, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
And Vince didn't say no, he ghosted him.
That's the same.
And I guarantee Vince did that totally on purpose. But I didn't expect it to happen. It made me happy. It made a lot of people happy. So we will celebrate it because it was a historic moment in professional wrestling history. But let's talk
by and large.
Oh, go ahead, Brand.
No, I think it's still by and large their most watched video on YouTube to this day.
It would be, yes.
I mean, you can go back and watch it, and it's just incredible. So, what are we talking about today, Don?
We're going to cover Forbidden Door first. So, let me get my notes here. Forbidden Door is
472 matches.
Yeah, I haven't got that far yet. Hold on. Relax.
I expect to see a ream of paper just unfolding
This Sunday. Well, it's like the 1004 holds, right? That's usually what an AEW show is. And because they're starting at 1 p.m. Eastern due to being based out of the O2 Arena in London, England, yeah, they could really go until like 10 p.m. Eastern. So.
Our buddy Titan Jay will be there. Shout out to Jay.
Oh, yeah.
They've got 9 matches on the card right now, but I mean, tack on at least another 3 to 4 pre-match shows. Maybe something else that gets announced tonight on Dynamite. Yeah, it'll be a long show.
Done.
Sorry?
Dynamite's technically already done because it's
it's
in
tape
Glasgow.
delay. Okay, well, maybe already some matches were added on. We'll find out. I'm sure there's going to be like 73 matches by the time the weekend rolls around.
I count on it.
Yeah. We'll start with. Oh man, the order of these matches is on Wikipedia is very strange. I'm just gonna go from the top down, I guess, even though this is probably not the best way to order them. The Golden Lovers of Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay go against the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley. The Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and Gabe Kidd in a lights-out steel cage match.
So I like what they're doing with the Young Bucks right now with like taking away all their pyro. They came out and their nameplates were Generation Me Young Bucks, which is hilarious. They don't have their own locker rooms anymore. I think that's fun. Tanahashi does not make any fucking sense to be in this match, like at all, but it's retirement year. If they're going to throw him in somewhere, throw him in a dangerous match, I guess.
I mean, it's Forbidden Door, right? You got to get random people in there.
He's the one that doesn't make any sense in this match, like at all. Everybody else makes some sense, but it's got to be Darby pinning John to win this and just finishing this storyline.
Yeah, why are the Death Riders still around?
That's a very good question.
It seems like Darby's killed them all in a sense. Like he's been putting Wheeler Yuta in body bags, which I'm sure makes a bunch of people happy. But I think this needs to be the death nail of the Death Riders, and who better to do it than Darby Allin, presumably wearing a jacket full of thumbtacks that he splats onto Jon Moxley.
I feel like the ending of theirs is probably going to be a one-on-one match, no?
I mean, maybe, but like I think if they do that, it has to be no outside interference. Darby's got to get a clean win. I think this is the setup, maybe the setup to that, but this is going to be like the real kill of the Death Riders from in this match. You know what I mean?
Brandon, what do you think?
I mean, I could see Tanahashi being in there for the sake of just like poking at the Young Bucks because it's not like they don't have history, right? I mean, the Young Bucks going back to New Japan, right? Like definitely have been a thorn in Tanahashi's side in the Bullet Club days, right? That being said, so he would probably have some sort of a stake in this, some sort of a grudge to bear. I would agree. I think Darby should be the one to get pinned. I just hope that this doesn't bleed into something where he has to feud with every single Death Rider, including Pac making a heroic comeback for somebody, right? I want to see a lot of Gabe Kidd. I want to see him turn fucking loose in this match. I think this would be a great opportunity for him to do that. That being said, maybe Darby Allin soaks his jacket in gasoline, lights himself on fire, and just becomes a giant fireball from the top of the cage. That would be a fucking sick ass spot. In a lights out match too. Like just him lighting the whole fucking area with his flaming ass body as he's careening down like a meteor. But
I mean, I'm still waiting for the Sherpa. So
yeah, it's a shame. Maybe they couldn't pay him enough. I don't know. Maybe it's more money to hang out on a Mount Everest. Makes sense to me if that's the case. But yeah, Darby with the pin on one Jon Moxley. Check.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Next is a 3-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Hurt Syndicate of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin defend against FTR. That's Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. And Brodito. Brody King and Bandito. What a stupid name.
Garbo.
Stupid name, but a fun team. Shout out to Stokely Hathaway. The man has been catching strays, including some from himself, because he is bald, he is short, and he gets no hose. That being said, I think FTR wins this, probably pinning Bandito or Brody King. I don't think the Hurt Syndicate get pinned in this. If they're going to jumpstart FTR versus Edge and Christian, Cope and Cage, whatever you want to call them.
Team Orangeville.
Team Orange. That works.
Yes.
They're gonna probably want to feud over the tag titles, and that makes sense to me. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Brandon?
Yeah, no, I think it's FTR for the win as well. I think they pin. I could see them pinning Brody. I mean, I would hope they wouldn't pin, the reigning and defending Ring of Honor World Champion, Bandito. I feel like with
that's more of a reason to pin him.
I mean, nah.
Yeah.
But no, guys, come on now. I was getting to another point, but now you just want to drag me back into the bucket.
Well, you brought it up. So don't blame
I
us
did,
for you bringing up a dead promotion.
I didn't ask you guys to elaborate on it. I'm just saying.
Oh, so you can bring
I
up
just
dead
don't feel that'd
promotions
be
with
right.
impunity. Okay, can we go and talk about WCW for a minute? What about ECW?
Yeah, didn't we talk about ECW earlier? Well, that was
No.
last week.
Well,
sorry, again, I'm spacing.
WWE CW, which doesn't count.
Dead belt, right? Not the same. I don't think Hurt Syndicate gets hurt in this match. I don't think like Shelton Benjamin takes a pin. I feel like there's motion. I feel like the thing with Bobby Lashley that MVP is trying to do, I feel like that's going to start to take more shape. I don't see him ditching Shelton Benjamin in the process. At least I hope that's not the case. But yeah, no, I feel like Brodito's there to take the pin. I think it's FTR going to All Out with the tag titles to face a certain local hero tag team.
Team Orangeville.
Made of legendary copes and cages.
Yes.
So
Team Orangeville.
Yeah.
FTR wins. I could see the Hurt Syndicate getting pinned because otherwise, when are they going to get their rematch?
Right, yeah. And I feel like the focus, like I said, isn't going to be on the tag titles once they lose them.
Right.
I feel like
so. If anything,
you're going to have Shelton jump.
I see someone from the Hurt Syndicate actually getting pinned here.
Oh.
Yeah. Because like otherwise, then you got to run
Hey,
a rematch, and then like it's not enough build for
because they technically didn't lose it.
Yeah, like I just don't logically. If you want to immediately pivot the feud to Team Orangeville against FTR, then you got to have the Hurt Syndicate take the pin here. I think, but I mean, you always have the ROH champion to take the fall, so it's another option.
Yep.
Or
next, not. No. Next
what
up
is this next one that bad?
Is Kazuchika Okada defending his Unified Championship against Swerve Strickland.
Okay, so
why is this on Forbidden Door? I mean, why are a few of these matches on Forbidden Door?
They like to fill out cards. What more do you want? They've been building this since the end of All In, so I mean that's a good thing. But I hate that it's got to be under the Continental rules. I think that's stupid. They should, if they're going to unify, just do it as a regular match. That being said, this is probably for what's the rules? It's 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Okada puts on his working boots, this is going to be a fucking match. This could easily be your match of the night. Besides maybe what I assume the main event is, but Okada's not losing here. But it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, on the note of what you brought about, Donnie, so I mean it's AEW and New Japan talent. I know Okada obviously not contracted to New Japan, but he is iconic in that promotion. He is what's the word I'm looking for? Synonymous with that promotion. So like there's still that aura of that hanging about him. That being said,
There's four matches
I
out of
think
nine. Just to say, since this is a topic, there's 4 matches out of 9 that don't have a single non-AEW talent on them.
which is peculiar. Well, I mean, AEW is signing a lot of people up too. That's another thing.
These
But
are all
they, I
people
mean,
that
they
have been
could.
here for a long time, though. Like the newest talent on these 4 matches would have been probably the Hurt Syndicate.
Curious to
Otherwise,
know if they're giving breaks to people after G1 or something, because that just wrapped up too.
There's a good chance of that too, because the G1, even if it's a kayfabe tournament, it's a fucking grind because it's just 30 days straight of matches.
anyways, carry on.
Right. No, I think Okada takes it out to time limit. I don't think that there's a pin or anything. I think Swerve and Okada are gonna whip the piss out of each other, but I don't think there's gonna be any real decisive, definitive winner in it.
So you think
Because
it's
I
gonna be a
mean, Swerve,
draw?
you still got to keep. I think it's gonna be a draw. Yeah,
I hate time limit draws.
I do too. But I feel, and
Such a
especially with
cop
20
out.
minutes between these two, yeah, they'll
When
have
used
a decisive winner.
correctly, when used correctly, they can be pretty compelling. And to get a second match out of this, maybe with no time limit, it's probably for the best.
I do not want to see a draw, but that's actually what I expect to happen if it's a 20-minute time limit.
Yeah, that was my thought on it.
Yeah. For the AEW Women's World Championship, Timeless Toni Storm defends against Athena. This is Athena's Casino Gauntlet Championship contract match.
Athena should 1,000% win. Simple as that.
Agreed.
But
She's holding a title belt in a dead promotion that should just disappear.
yes.
Tony has been pretty unbeatable since she's come back after the Mariah May feud, but she's looked beatable when against Athena so far. Like Athena pinned her a few weeks ago, if I remember correctly. So I think they should just give Athena the title.
Yeah, 2 belts Athena.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I
think if I'm going to just chime in really quick, I think if Mercedes couldn't have 2 AEW belts at once, Athena's not going to be the one to do it. I think Toni Storm retains.
I think the ROH belt gets vacated willingly.
Indefinitely? Permanently?
Forever.
Compromise to a permanent end.
Just to a permanent end. Yeah. Okay. She's coming up on her 1,000th day as champion too. By the way, I'm thinking maybe that's when it happens. Because I mean, there's like literally no one to challenge for that belt as soon as Athena becomes AEW Women's Champion. Like I don't see her defending the Ring of Honor Women's
She
Championship.
doesn't even defend it as it is.
Not like you ever see it much, anyways. But right, yeah, to that point, yes. I want Athena to win. I think this actually stands to potentially be match of the night as well. I think these two are going to have a killer match. But I want her to win the AEW Women's Championship. I also want something good to happen to the Ring of Honor Women's Championship when
you can have one of those.
You can't have both. You can't have both.
Going to happen.
This is a disturbing universe, fellas. Why?
No, it's a
Why
realistic
can't I have both?
ROH is a dead company.
Okay, yeah. Like, thank you for reiterating for the 7th time.
Each time it gets brought up, I'll have to remind everybody that's listening.
I say we're gonna have to keep it. Can we keep a tally on this? Can we just see how many times we can say this?
Chalk it up.
I can never bring up ROH ever again because then it's just jet promotion.
Until it's proven otherwise.
If you want to bring up when I do on this days, if there's an ROH like old ROH thing you want to bring up that I bring up, feel free. But current ROH is dead.
Hey. Yeah,
Triple A is more
it's
relevant than Ring of Honor right now. We're not even talking about Triple Mania that was on the weekend. So
Triple Mania.
I want to say
you guys.
I don't want to say
mom
get a clue.
Restaurant.
Get a clue.
Yes.
Well, I never would have said Ring of Honor is more relevant than AAA. That's simply not true. That's categorically untrue at this point in time.
I'm just saying, like, if we're not talking about that promotion, which has a lot more energy and focus on it than ROH, I don't know why we need to keep bringing up ROH. Is the point?
Because the champions are wrestling in the show. That's why I
Are
brought
we
it up.
talking about the 7 different titles that Mercedes Moné has when we cut to her next match?
She doesn't even have one.
Those are
I don't think she has
just
a ring.
No, but my point is that all those titles that she
Oh,
has are just as relevant as that. So why are we talking about it?
okay. I see.
Right?
Well,
Hey, all right.
no. You know what?
Who's winning the
Damn
match?
it, what's the next match?
Who's winning the match?
Athena.
Okay. Okay.
What do you say?
As mentioned, I said Tony Storm. As mentioned,
Oh, did you?
yes. Mercedes Moné defends one of her many titles. We're not going to talk about the many. We're just going to talk about the one. AEW TBS Championship against Alex Windsor, Persephone. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm guessing. And Bozilla.
Mm-hmm. Bozilla, the rapper?
I have no fucking clue. Bozilla is, as I
Wait, no.
click on this
Oh,
link, a German professional wrestler currently signed to World Wonder Ring Stardom, where she's a member of Mi Vida Loca. She's best known for
I
her
do
time in
remember
Dreamstar
that.
fighting Marigold.
Okay.
She's
Yeah, I do recall.
German. Yes, here we go.
Gotta
Okay.
expand my women's wrestling knowledge because I have no idea who Bozilla is.
I have no idea who
I saw
Persephone
her in-
or Alex Windsor is, too, for that matter.
I know who Persephone is. Isn't she the one who pinned her Mercedes a few months ago?
Maybe.
She's in CMLL. So,
Yeah.
and I believe, yeah, she did pin Mercedes. Yeah, Bozilla, I heard a word of her. She's supposed to be like pretty promising. So if nothing, one to keep an eye on.
Okay.
So,
Well,
but
with that said, I would like to see Windsor win, and I would like to. I don't think she's going to pin or submit Mercedes. I think it's going to be one of the imports getting pinned or submitted. I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes wins the match, but I think to stamp this new signing to show that she's fucking great, which Alex Windsor is, give her the title.
I don't see Mercedes
I mean, I guess
losing
I have
2
it.
pay-per-views in a row.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Alex Windsor is she great? Like, or is she getting the Will Ospreay rub here? Because I know they're affiliated, but like, I haven't seen enough matches of Alex Windsor to know I've heard about her. Like, is she really like one who could take the TBS title off of Mercedes in like her first ever go at this?
I enjoy her work for whatever that's
Okay.
worth.
Okay. I'm just saying because I think there's a couple other women too who have kind of come and gone and have been worthy of that also, but have not really gotten that kind of confidence. So I don't know what makes Alex different. I guess that's what I was kind of inquiring on.
That's fair.
But
No, completely fair. I'm just going as a fan of Alex Windsor. I would like to see her win the title. Simple as that.
fair enough. Yeah, anyone but Mercedes. That's my stance at this point in the game.
Yeah, but Mercedes is going to win. Let's be honest.
I know. I have no reason to think otherwise.
Mm.
But that's what I got.
For the TNT Championship, Kyle Fletcher defends against Hiromu Takahashi.
This could also be match of the night. For those who have not seen Hiromu, he's a fucking crackhead and he's awesome.
He likes cats.
Yeah, he likes cats. I fully expect Fletcher to win, but I expect the Time Bomb to put out a great showing and show out for New Japan.
Yeah, I mean, Hiromu's been, I think, putting on a little bit. I think he wants to move to heavy here pretty soon too.
Very small heavyweight.
Yeah, he would be, but I mean, also like he can only be, the junior. I mean, I guess you could do like Jushin Thunder Liger, where he's junior champ like 14 fucking times or whatever. Which fine if that's what he wants to do, but I don't think. Unfortunately, and we've had this conversation. There's more money to be made at heavy. I don't think. I think they're going to have a bomb ass match. It's Fletcher. It's Hiromu. They're both familiar with one another already from their days in New Japan. Well, Hiromu's still in New Japan, but anyways, Fletcher is building momentum. He came out of a gruesome ass match with Dustin Rhodes to win that belt. I think he's going to beat the hell out of Hiromu Takahashi to retain it.
I agree.
So
I agree. I don't have much to add. I don't expect Kyle Fletcher to lose after winning it that quickly.
No.
For the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, Zack Sabre Jr. defends against Nigel McGuinness.
Technical wrestling. That's the winner of this match.
And Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yes.
that goes without saying. If Nigel can be the Nigel of old, this could be a fucking incredible technical wrestling match. And I assume they'll chop the ever loving shit out of each other. And yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. wins, and then in a few months, I think he may lose it to a different AEW wrestler.
I guess we'll see. You know what? It's not so much that he needs to become the Nigel of old, because it'd be fine if he became the Nigel of old, whatever that happens to be. But the problem is that Nigel is old.
Yes.
And he's also, I mean, he's had great performances against like Lee Moriarty, right? He's got who is, I believe, Daniel Garcia as well, if I'm not mistaken.
And Danielson. He had a great match with
Brian
Danielson.
Danielson too. Yeah.
Right, yeah, and Danielson obviously, yeah, and I mean that was always bound to pop, but like, I mean, let's be honest, like Nigel McGuinness he's just doing it for the love at this point. He's not competitive. He's not trying to win titles. He just loves to get in there and grab, as any true Brit Rest ought to do, right?
For the love of the game, if you would.
Yes, and this would have been an absolute fucking wet dream 10 years ago, but it's just it's kind of like, I feel like you could just sit in that seat watching that match and just keep asking yourself what could have been if Nigel would have gotten the proper medical clearance and, you know, been able to get in the ring and, you know, do what he did best. I mean, Nigel is another one where his whole career, his life is a what if story, right? I expect to see good stuff with Zach. They're going to flow with each other real good. But Zach ain't dropping that belt before Wrestle Kingdom. Not like that anyway. Not to Nigel.
Nope. In the only non-gimmick, non-title match, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage against Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne.
So actually, that changed. Nick Wayne has a broken foot.
Oh fuck!
Replacing him is Luchasaurus.
Oh.
What? That's a swerve.
Luchasaurus is back as of today.
Wow.
Which warms my heart.
What's his name? Is it actually Luchasaurus, or is it?
I would assume he went back
Killswitch?
to Luchasaurus.
Yeah,
people are saying Luchasaurus returned, so good for him. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's doing okay.
right.
There's no fucking way in hell that the Orangevilles aren't winning. So simple as that.
Yeah.
Right. This will be a good little warm up, good little tune up. It's crazy how it's been the first time in 21 years that they tagged together, or actually 24 years
I think it's
on a
14.
pay-per-view.
21 for
on a pay-per-view. Yeah, they teamed together at a. We were talking about it, Invasion. I think that was the last time they teamed together on pay-per-view.
Because then they split and then feuded over the IC belt for a bit.
Yeah, and then they were just kind of did their own thing for most of their career after that. But yeah, it'll be fun to watch regardless. It'd be a great comeback for Luchasaurus. Like you said, I'm really glad to see him back. And I won't bring up the fact that yet another, champion in certain promotion gets injured.
Okay, so you're not bringing it up, but you're bringing it up.
Well, I didn't say it though.
That's not how that works.
What's your cat think about all this?
My cat is tired of hearing about Ring of Honor.
Oh,
aren't you?
Okay.
So is Pierre.
Okay, fine.
Anyway. It's like, I am not going to bring something up that I am directly referencing right now.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
That's means you're saying.
But, yes, I know.
You can't help yourself.
All right.
Ring of Honor gets more
Hey,
attention on this show than it does on Tony Khan's anything.
That
yeah,
is
on Honor
that-
Club, on AEW. Yeah,
So,
it's fair. What's our
uh,
next match?
the next match is probably what's the main event. Now, this one's a little weird. So for the AEW World Championship, Hangman Adam Page defends against MJF. I do not see a note here about it being the Casino
it is.
Gauntlet contract match, but is it?
Yeah. So last week they had a promo segment together, and Hangman goaded MJF into cashing in his contract. It's
Mm.
go watch it. It's fucking great. Um, this is tough. I know Hangman just won the belt, but like I could see them putting it on Max if they're gonna let him be full heel champ for a while. Um, and Hangman, no offense to him, his win it all in was fucking incredible.
Hmm.
He's always been better as the babyface on the chase. And even this current Hangman, who's more of a killer than the original, it's tough to say he's going to win this. So if it's the main event, I think it is MJF's time. If it's not, because I could see that cage match main eventing, then I think Hangman, but I'm 60-40 MJF. I'm going to pick MJF.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm 60-40 Hangman. And I feel like, I mean, right, he's cashing in his Casino Gauntlet Battle Royale shot, right? But that's not like necessarily, I feel like, more indication that he's actually going to win the thing. I don't know what the percentage of like cash ins to winners is like for it. But I
Zero
mean,
one.
again, but like, I think of it in terms of like, it's kind of like with Seth Rollins and Money in the Bank, right? Like, Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank and he won the title, sure. But does Seth Rollins need the Money in the Bank to become World Heavyweight Champion at any given point in time? No. So I feel like the same is kind of true of MJF too, right? And especially in the landscape where the heels in the main event scene to vie for the World Championship and be like believable, I feel like are relatively few. I mean, like you have Hangman as a face now. You have who else? Shit, I just had on the top of my head Osprey, Swerve. You can count as a face as well,
Darby
basically.
Allin.
Um, Darby Allin, right? Like I feel like the face scene is
Kenny
a lot
Omega.
bigger, and like Kenny Omega, right? I mean, Okada's bothering. He's tinkering with his toy that he's got now, but like eventually he'll jump in there as a heel. I would have to imagine, but I mean, MJF, I feel like you can have. But that maybe that kind of moots my point because then if MJF wins the belt, then he has automatically a shit ton of contenders for it potentially by virtue of face heel dynamic. But again, right to your point with Hangman winning the belt the way he did, and then just losing it right away like that I don't know. It'd be like if Cody dropped the belt at Backlash or something.
Yeah,
It
Just
makes
doesn't sit
sense
right.
for Hangman to lose the belt right away, though, versus a different. Does that make sense? Like Hangman
What?
is not like I'm not saying he's a beatable champion, but the one thing about Hangman's character is that his psyche is kind of easy to break, and who's the fucking best person to get in your head? It's MJF.
but we can't go on
Yeah, but
these
does that
this
always got to
whole
be the case?
like fronts that he's like player one of the company and this and that, and then just immediately have him lose it. Like his first title reign was not good. Then it's like, okay, well, this is kind
No.
of like going to
No.
be a prove it reign for him, and you want him to lose it right away? That sounds terrible.
Well, and Mox's last reign was already long enough as was too, and it was kind of like the go away heat kind of title reign that
It
he
didn't
had.
start that way,
But
though.
I mean,
It didn't start that way.
no,
People
it
were not
didn't.
anticipating
No,
John Moxley's reign to be as bad as it was. Well, now you
right.
have
That's a fair point.
right, but now you have Hangman Adam Page, who we talked about it on this podcast, did not have a good title reign, had a good build, but then you're just going to immediately taking away the title from him after all that quote unquote character development. It does like what does that do for him? What does that do for the main title in the first place? Like, why couldn't you have had at that point him retain again, right? Like, or having John Moxley retain, right? Like, what's the point of him winning just to lose it the next opportunity to somebody who doesn't really need the title right now? Doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
MJF's not winning this match. I would be shocked if MJF wins this match, and I would go so far as saying like that is a burial of Hangman Adam Page if MJF wins.
I find it hard to dispute that.
Fair enough.
That is all the matches on the card for now.
For
More to
now.
come, I'm sure. Transitioning
Absolutely.
to NXT Heatwave. Heatwave will be at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium in Lowell, Massachusetts. Also on Sunday. It'll be in the evening. I think it starts at 7 Eastern. There are 6 matches on the card. Starting with Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe.
I don't see Blake losing this match. I think Jordan's probably main roster bound. They can keep her in NXT as long as they need her, honestly, but she's ready to go to the main roster. Blake is finally in that heel character that we wanted, and if they let her shine, she's going to be the biggest star in NXT. So give her a definitive win. Let her be Jordan Grace and let Jordan go to the main roster.
Yeah, I'm of the same sentiment, frankly.
Has Jordan won a PLE match in NXT?
Nope.
No.
I mean, like, Great American Bash, she won a tag match, but she wasn't the one who got the pin. Right? Now I want to look back.
Right.
Well,
okay, let's humor this for a second. She lost at Battleground to Stephanie Vaquer. She lost at Stand and Deliver in the Fatal 4-Way. She did win at Roadblock, but that was an NXT television show. She obviously didn't win at the Royal Rumble, and that's it. She has not won on an NXT PLE. Not that they're every month, but like she hasn't got a definitive win since being in NXT. Outside of, like I said, maybe that one match at Roadblock in March against Roxanne Perez. That doesn't mean I think that she should win this match because I don't. I do think Blake Monroe should win, but Jordan Grace has done a whole hell of a lot of nothing, if you ask me, in NXT. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not to say she won't do anything on the main roster if and when she goes, though, too, right?
Definitely not saying that. Like, she's talented enough to do something on the main roster. It's just like this booking on NXT has been very confusing. She's had, what, 3 title matches? Multiple number 1 contenders matches? I don't know. Something doesn't sit right with her time in NXT to me. So I don't know if that means it should be over or what, but
I mean, maybe it's just a case of like they just don't know exactly when to bring her up because I mean, you bring up Julia and Vaquer, and they still, I mean, one's obviously getting a lot more attention and work and grace than the other, but like you still have effectively the 2 big names that were in the NXT Women's Division for a brief time. Stephanie did everything. Julia won the NXT title too, but like, yeah, it's weird. Like if they keep Jordan in NXT, I would think that she would hopefully go over Blake Monroe in this one just to give her one and then maybe even build a feud between the 2 of them, like give Jordan some character work in that. If Blake Monroe wins this match, which I also think she'd be very deserving in that case, I don't know what else you need to really do with Jordan in NXT, except maybe win the title off of JC Jane at some point. But JC's got 2 belts right now that she's going to be fighting people off with. So like, I don't know. I don't know what you do with Jordan in NXT.
Who do you think wins?
60 Jordan, 40 Blake.
Okay. For the NXT Tag Team Championship, Hank Waller and Tank Ledger, defend against 2 members of Dark State, which could be Dion Lennox, Osiris Griffin, Saquon Sugars, or Cutler James.
I really have no idea on this one. You would think that maybe Dark State should win to kind of help bolster that group and get them bigger, but they're not really that over in a sense. It's tough to say. I think the champs retain, but if Dark State wins, I wouldn't be surprised at the same time. They got the numbers game, so
I'd be interested to see if they run 2 this time and lose, and then run another 2 in the rematch which they'll probably get, and then win. Because I don't know. I feel like it's for the meets. I feel like you run Deion Lennox and Osiris Griffin, but I feel like for the lulls you want to run Saquon Sugars and Cutler James.
Let's talk about Cutler James
I
here
feel
for
like
a second, because I want to talk about Cutler
yes,
James.
let's please.
So he's definitely the. I mean, he's
The
definitely an
butt man.
outcast of this group. He's a bit
I'm a butt man.
zesty.
Yeah.
He's a bit
a
zesty.
bit.
He's a bit zesty. It's
Just
like
a smidge.
every week he's making butt jokes, and definitely the
Yes.
zesty kind, not in just like the fact of saying butt. He keeps talking about putting things in people's butts and whatnot. So he doesn't really fit Dark State right now at all.
They could
I
kick him
think
out if they lose.
if they could, but at the same time, like he brings something to the group. I think it's funny. I think it brings eyes to the group because, like, I mean, they could just be easily generic, like, "Oh, we're gonna beat your ass. We're gonna hide in the dark." Da da da. Da. And it's like, but then you throw color in there. It's kind of like with Sami Zayn and the Bloodline, right? Or like, I'm trying to think of another good example.
Dudley and
I
the
guess that's the
Dudleys.
most, huh?
Spike Dudley and the Dudleys.
Yes, yeah, something. I'm thinking more like Owen Hart in the Nation of Domination, right?
Yes.
Like it's just
That's probably the closest.
That is
analogy to
actually
it.
a very good parallel. So
I mean, it's just right. He's just clearly the odd one out, but like it does draw more eyes and attention on the group as a whole because otherwise they're all kind of resonating on the same wavelength. And I feel like we've seen, I mean, right, we've made all the shit talk about Shield Tribution and stuff like that. But then when you throw Cutler James in the mix and you get him talking about butts and putting his thumb up, making you very uncomfortable, is kind of mentally picturing what he's going to do with it.
don't
Then
want him coming from
I think
behind. Was what he just said this past.
no, you don't want him
last
coming
night.
from behind, dude. No.
Yeah. Like, good God.
Just yeah, he's the one guy who just says shit and you try to keep a straight face and you just fucking can't.
I think Hank and Tank
Making him
retain
corpse
here,
everywhere.
but
Oh,
I do think they retain.
yeah.
I could see Cutler James getting the boot from this group.
Oh,
Well,
that'd be sad.
I don't know. Just he doesn't meet their demographic. It's just something doesn't sit right with that group with Cutler talking about butts all the time. So we'll see.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Do you have a prediction? Sorry, Brandon. Yeah, it's always like I have to ask you what your prediction is. You go on these tangents and then don't actually say who's going to win.
Fine. Okay. Here's what I think's gonna happen. I think they're gonna run like a serious duo in this, and I think that they're going to lose. And then I think Saquon and Cutler. I think they're gonna lose this time. We'll say that. I'm not gonna go too far.
Okay.
Hank and Tank,
Can't
baby.
go on a tangent after he said, "Don't go on a tangent."
Yeah. Well.
Right. Not
Yeah.
gonna go on a tangent, but
Triple threat match for the TNA. Oh, great. Here we go. More tangent time.
Yeah,
The TNA
baby.
Knockouts World
Woo.
Championship. Fuck my life. JC Jane defends against Masha Slamovich and Ash by Elegant.
I don't really care about the TNA Championship. if
Neither
I'm
do
being
I.
100%.
What if this was for the NXT Women's Championship, though? Then what would
And
you
the
do?
NXT
what would you
person was winning. It's as simple as that. Any three of these women could win, and it would not change my feelings on the TNA Knockouts Championship. I assume JC wins. Otherwise, I would see Ash winning the championship.
I'm going to go with
60
Ash. I'm going to go with Ash by Elegance to win here.
Because the formerly known as Dana Brooke is well overdue a title reign anywhere.
Agree.
That's not the 24/7 championship.
24/7,
She is
7-Eleven,
wildly,
I-95 South.
wildly underrated. And I'm gonna say Ash by Elegance wins, probably stealing a pin. That's all I need to talk about this match.
Yep. I'm on the same boat. Ash
Yeah.
by Elegance.
Yeah, I know at Emergence they did like she had the tag titles, but then they did like the Freebird rule, the Elegance rule, where they gave it to Maggie Lee, who's also in the Elegance brand. So the tag title is officially off Ash. So it would lead me to believe that they got something planned for her in a singles role, which she's obviously been, again, like you said, Pierce, well overdue. So I'm thinking Ash by Elegance wins this one. Hoping.
Okay. Triple threat match to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship. Jada Parker versus Kalani Jordan versus Lola Vice.
I think Jada Parker should win this. I mean, all three women are fucking fantastic, but Lola is going to probably be going to AAA, doing stuff there. I think Kalani could use some sort of character tweak, maybe a heel turn or something.
She just was a heel. What are you talking about?
I'll say, is she
She
effectively
literally
not
came in
heel?
as a face, then she became a heel, and now she's just coming back to be a face again. She can't turn her again.
Well, maybe it's time for a new Big Show.
Oh my god.
30 turns a year.
No.
I think Jada should win, and I think realistically she should be the one that beats JC for the title.
Mm.
And yeah, my pick is Jada.
Yeah, I don't know that she beats JC for the title, but I do think she wins this match. I mean, yeah, like you said, Lola would have been my initial favorite pick, but then I figure again, right, like they're wild about her in AAA. So maybe Reina de Reinas is in her future. But yeah, Jada here, I would say.
I'm gonna go with Kalani just because, Kalani hasn't had a main title championship match yet, whereas Jada has. Um,
That's fair.
It also just sets up proper face versus heel dynamic a little bit better because Jada's kind of not really either still. Just kind of
She's
tweeting in
kind of an
between.
anti-hero at best.
Yeah, so I
So
think I think Kalani Jordan versus JC Jane sets up a more natural match and gives Kalani a main title shot that she hasn't had yet. So I'm gonna go with Kalani.
And if they want to solidify the face run with her too, then I feel like putting her against JC Jane is definitely the best way to do that.
Yes, I would agree with that as well.
true.
In a mixed tag team match, we have Team Canada, Chelsea Green and Ethan Page versus Team USA, Tyra May Steele and Tavion Heights.
I would like to see Team USA win, and then Tavion to go after the North American Championship. I think this should be a good showing for Tyra because nobody bumps around and sells like Chelsea Green for anybody. So
Right.
she's going to look great. I think Tavion is going to throw Ethan into the moon with a suplex and win that way.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess that's interesting. Yeah, I was trying to think of who would take the pin in the match because I could see Tyra pinning Chelsea as well.
Chelsea's not going to pin.
No. Oh, yeah, I guess that being main roster. Well, I mean, it's Chelsea. Chelsea does whatever. I feel like Chelsea is kind of that wild card where it doesn't matter if she's main roster or not. Like, she'll still take one for the team.
Chelsea would be willing to
means
take
play.
it, but Ethan taking the pin makes more sense for a future North American title match.
Sure, yeah. I guess if they want to line that up. And then, too, if they want to build Tavion. Yeah, I changed my mind. Tavion Heights.
Yeah.
Pinning Ego.
I mean, the
Is that
other
how it
option
goes?
is I could see Tyra actually pinning Ethan for the lulls. But
That would be fun.
Lulls ahoy.
that said, I mean, Team Canada is definitely the better professional wrestlers.
Mm,
But the Olympic pedigree that they keep referring to Tyra and Tavion with, combined with
Real fucking thing.
very much, the attitude of USA is the best, which I don't agree with, but I don't see Tyra and Tavion losing.
You're not gonna have a person agreeing with that sentiment here, at least
Ah,
from this screen. So
no,
Stars and bars, baby. Stars and bars. I was
no.
about to salute for Canada, too, just to humor you, Donnie. But then I realized I'd be kind of committing treason with
No,
the,
you wouldn't be,
all
but
glory behind me.
you wouldn't be, but
Yeah,
anyways.
kinda.
Main event, NXT Championship. Ope Eh defends against Javon Evans.
I don't think Javon is winning the title here.
No.
I could, if they want to give him the title right now, that's fine. But I think Oba's reign's got some legs, and doing it off a week build up is not enough to really get Javon to that NXT Championship pedigree. And I expect to see a very fun match. These two have shown that they work very well together, but they gotta build the match a lot more. They gotta was it 5 days? They need more time for a title change. So I'm gonna go with the ruler.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of like what they did with Miles Bourne. It's going to be a way to showcase this guy. I mean, Javon, they definitely I feel are looking at him as a main event potential one day. So, I mean, he's got charisma. He bounces around like crazy. Very bouncy boy is he. It'll be a really good competitive match. He'll have Oba on the ropes a few times, but ultimately Oba's just gonna just splat him through the mat, and I think he just comes away with it. So that's my
Yeah,
take.
it's so Oba's been champion since January. Uh, his only singles losses in NXT are he has three of them. Two of them were to Tony D
Mm,
for the North American Championship.
And now that guy's dead.
And yeah, well, seemingly he is. And then the other was to Joe Gacy in April of
Joe Gacy.
2024. Yes, it was a no contest even. It didn't even have a normal no, so that didn't even they have him in the losers column, but he didn't even lose. It was a no contest. So literally the only matches that
Interesting.
Oba Femi has lost on NXT television are two singles matches. I'm not getting into tag matches. Are to Tony D'Angelo. So I think like he's gone through the gauntlet when it comes to the talent that he's beaten since being champion. I'm going to make a list here. So since being champion, he has defeated Trick Williams, Eddie Thorpe, Eddie Thorpe again, Eddie Thorpe. Nope, that was a not a TV show. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller,
Hmm.
Moose. Who else we got here? Javon Evans and Trick Williams, Charlie Dempsey, Miles Bourne, Yoshiki Inamura, Josh Briggs, and Yoshiki Inamura. And now we're here. So
That
if he
was
win,
just
if
this year.
that was just since he's been champion in January.
Ah,
So I think like if he beats Javon here, like what's left? Who's left?
The only person I can think of is Ricky Saints.
yeah, and that'd be about. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
unless you wanted to start like having like Mike Santana go after him or like Joe Hendry or something. But
I believe.
that's I mean, that's just it. And we talked about that too, like just how the state of the NXT men's division is right now.
It's
Like
not great.
for a guy like for a guy like Obafemi, who's like one of the most categorically WWE created guys in recent memory, like you think you'd be hiring people from all over, drawing people in from all over the place just to face this guy. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Maybe
sorry.
they bring AAA guys in too.
I skipped Jasper Troy as well. Jasper Troy's another one.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
And they bring in
Yep.
AAA's newest acquisition in the Nigerian giant, Omas, for a
Oh,
one-off
I'd kill for that match. That'd be fucking great.
or a
Uh,
micro
That would be a
match.
trip. Not from a
I
technical standpoint.
I think Javon Evans wins this match. I
Oh,
I think Oba's done enough. I think when you remember that the idea of this brand is that it's supposed to be a developmental brand. I don't think there's much room to show anything else from Oba at this point. We're talking about when we talk about Jordan Grace getting a main roster call up. I think Oba Femi is more deserving. I don't think he needs really any more character development to show in NXT. I don't think you really need to change what isn't broken in his case. He's done like straight heel. now he's like, again, not really a heel, not really a face. He's just kind of this unbeatable guy. I don't really think you need to deviate from that too much more. So, what benefit do you give by having him continue to win when you've got another really young guy that you really want to see what you've got in him in Javon? So that's why I think Javon should win this match.
Well, I mean, until you build guys up through like the evolve system, even because that's supposed to be like, you know, the beginners, right, coming up to the advanced developmental that is NXT. You could have Alba just fucking break the Adam Cole record that stands right now as longest reigning NXT champion. I believe that's his record. No,
Probably.
Yeah, but his record is like 400 something days.
exactly. You could have Alba break that.
Champion for 200. You want Oba to be champion for another 250 days?
I'm saying he could be.
Yeah, but look how many names he's knocked off in this time, and then think of what you have left in the tank. It's not much.
Yeah, you're probably
like-
getting a lot of reruns, I will say,
And I
unless
gotta be
a
honest,
huge
like-
hiring boom.
I gotta be honest, like Evolve, like I watch a lot of WWE television. I have not been interested in a single character that I've seen appear on NXT from Evolve. They do not look particularly interesting at all. Like that swipe right group or whatever the fuck they are, like no thank you.
They annoy me.
And there's not much more
Hey.
beyond them. It's not great. I haven't bothered watching any on Tubi or YouTube or whatever the hell it is that you can consume it here in Canada.
I haven't either, frankly.
I'm not really interested to see. Like no, like
It's developmental.
Yeah,
We aren't going to talk about them until they actually get to NXT and
Exactly.
actually show that they're worth being on NXT.
yeah. They're
Right.
not a
nobody-
remote consideration.
Nobody
for
involved
challenge.
that could touch them.
Correct.
Well, I guess that's the thing too, because you have guys down there like what's his name, Brad Baylor, talking about being like, and he's part of the Swipe Right group since you mentioned it. Like, talk about being like youngest world champion of all time, which is of course braggadocious at best. But like, I mean,
Nobody's breaking that record.
I feel like it's Adam Cole. I don't know, man. I feel like if anyone
He's
could and
not
should, it should
breaking
be
that
Oba. It sucks that he's in this environment right now in order to do that, but I mean,
So,
viably, there's not a lot of better candidates who will
Yeah,
be around that I can consider.
I agree. Like Oba could be a good choice to have that record, but the fact is like then you're stringing him along an extra 200 days.
Yeah,
Like if he's still champion by Stand and Deliver next year, he's picked the bones off of that entire men's division.
Oba is at
Yeah.
217 days. Adam Cole's record is 396. It's not worth it
It's another 100,
for another
150
days.
days, another 5 months. Yes,
like
you're
another
going,
5 or 6 months.
yeah.
I feel like you could do 5 or 6 months. I mean, it sounds less imposing than.
It's just breaking a record to break the record.
It's like when they were
It's
talking
not
about
like
Roman
Gunther's
Reigns beating
IC title
Hogan.
reign.
Right?
It's
I
not
guess I just
Gunther's
think of
IC title
like.
reign where it had a ton of legs left. Oba's reign realistically could end on Sunday, and I would be completely okay with it.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
like,
see it happening, but
I-
Connie's correct.
And Adam Cole, like, just to compare here, I don't want to spend too much more time on this, but Adam Cole, like, that time in NXT, it was not treated like a developmental brand. This is
No.
definitively a developmental brand. So you're not really helping anybody on your show by gatekeeping a champion for so long. That was why there was a lot of issue with Mandy Rose having the women's title for as long as she did. Because you have this developmental roster with a bunch of talent that you're trying to elevate, and it's just lol Mandy Rose wins, lol Mandy Rose wins, lol Mandy Rose wins for 400 days.
Yeah.
Right?
And she lost to OnlyFans.
Yeah, and she lost to OnlyFans. She didn't even actually lose because they wanted her to lose. And that
Yeah, fair
brand
point.
didn't work all that well, quite honestly. Oba's probably the right guy to break that record, but it's just gonna destroy that men's locker room in order to do it. Like you're gonna have another singles match with Trick Williams. You're gonna have maybe another triple threat with Javon and Trick Williams. Then you might have, Joe Hendry, maybe.
Maybe Tavion, maybe Ricky Saints. Maybe Ethan Page.
Maybe,
It's just pointless to have him hold the title
yeah,
because at that
maybe
point he's a
Tony
he's
D.
a champion to be a champion. It's
And
not worth it.
yeah, I'd like to see Javon win just to get some new blood at the top. Send Oba on his way. Who knows when they're not really doing a draft, so it's just roll them up when they're ready. He's ready, so
Yeah,
we'll see.
yeah, fair.
That covers Heatwave. Just one more thing on the news front we wanted to bring up. Didn't talk about this in the pre-show, but I thought about it while we were talking. It makes sense to bring it up. Big news on Monday Night Raw. Naomi.
I want to talk about this.
Yeah, Naomi is no longer Women's World Champion. She is proceeding with caution in regards to her health because her and Big Jim are expecting a child.
Which is fucking incredible. Great for her. Great for both of them.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
what does that mean for Paris?
What does that mean for a lot of things? What does that mean for Paris? What does that mean for, Stephanie Vaquer was supposed to get a one-on-one title match, which, let's be honest, she probably wasn't going to win that match.
I did read some rumor, some info dirt talking about how they're considering Raquel Rodriguez for a women's world title push because of how she's been improving as of late. She's not a tag champion anymore. They lost the rematch.
Yep.
She's still doing solid work though.
She's been getting all the pins in the matches that the two of them have been winning. It hasn't really been Roxanne getting the pins in the tag matches, though.
No.
Raquel was just pinned by EO on Monday, for what it's worth.
And Roxanne beat EO.
Yes. But you still have Stephanie that could be a consideration there. Obviously, you've got Rhea Ripley. You've got what is seemingly a character change with Bayley happening now.
You got EO.
You still got EO. You've got Asuka, who is probably going to feud with EO, it looks like. There's a number of reasonable talents, and I don't think, you necessarily just want to have another Fatal 4-Way or another, one of those matches, because you might feel like you've been doing them a bit much. Maybe they just do, this is probably the laziest way to do it, but maybe they have a battle royal next Monday to see who challenges Stephanie and the winner gets the title. I wouldn't like that, but it's probably the fastest way to get yourself a champion and still give Stephanie her title match at Clash.
Yeah. They could run a gauntlet too. I mean, you've got EO, Rhea, Asuka, Raquel,
Roxanne,
Rox. Yeah.
Rhea,
Stephanie, Bayley,
I
Asuka.
think Stephanie should maybe not be I do like the idea of Stephanie's supposed to get a title match at Clash in Paris. Give her that title match in Clash of Paris. Have the other people that would end up challenging her be doing that work. So if that's an eliminator match or a gauntlet match or a rumble, whatever,
Championship scramble. Do a championship scramble.
yeah,
Bring it back.
And then the winner faces do an Iron Survivor match. That match sucks. I do not know why the Iron Survivor hasn't made it to the main roster, because that match fucking rules. And
It is
we used to think the War Games match fucked in NXT too, and then their main roster got a hold of it, and now it's just another Survivor Series gimmick.
War Games requires a story because it's team versus team, whereas Iron Survivor is just 5 people beating the holy hell out of each other. That we've always said that we were due a good Iron Man match, or Iron Woman match in this case. I know I'm going off the rails here a little bit, but do we want to make any guesses on who's the next Women's World Champion before we get too distracted?
Io Sky.
I would think, Io Sky probably gets it back. I will say Iron Survivor would be a good idea on, if for nothing else than this, but Io Sky, I feel like, is the safe bet to get that belt back too.
I think it's going to be Rhea Ripley.
It's realistically one of those two.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Bayley, I think, as well. I don't think it's going to be any of the newer talent, so I don't see it being Lyra. I don't see it being Stephanie, but
I guess if we're going to do like the next 3 in my head, I'm thinking Io, Rhea finally beats Io, then Raquel beats Rhea. I think that sounds good.
I mean, you also can have Charlotte Flair in there. I know it sounds terrible,
No,
but
we can't.
yes, you
No.
can. She's allowed to be on both shows
No.
because she's a tag team
No.
champion.
No. Oh, I don't care that she's face now. I don't give a fuck.
Could you
No
imagine
Charlotte Flair.
all that work that they've done to try and make Charlotte likable, and then they just throw her
And
into
then
an eliminate like a gauntlet match and have her win the women's world
that's
championship?
how, I mean,
Oh
that's
God.
how she got the tag title match because she's Charlotte Flair. She walked into the fucking office and got it for her and Alexa. Oh, I'm Charlotte Flair. Which, fine, you play on the meme, great. But, like, the fact that she could realistically do that for the women's world title
I
again,
don't want that to happen.
I don't think anybody
I
I don't
don't
even
know.
know if Charlotte Flair wants that to happen, to be totally honest with you.
Somebody said
I
that
hope
she was
not.
going to get it, and she's like, "No." She's like, "I'm good."
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
Oh,
fine
come
if
on,
she's
man.
fine. I'm fine if she's fine. Let it
yeah.
be. Ugh.
She's too busy mistaking a fake Justin Bieber in a Vegas nightclub anyway, so.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Hysterical.
Yeah, haven't we all done that before, right?
I
You
have
know?
not. I have never mistaken an impersonator in Vegas to be the actual person, and I've been many times.
You don't. I was gonna say, don't you have enough impersonators up by you? He's a true blue Canadian, is he not?
Yeah, he's from Stratford, Ontario.
Stratford. Ah,
Yes.
where's that?
It's in the sticks. It's like the theater town in Ontario,
Oh, okay.
ironically
So
enough.
like,
They're known for a very famous Shakespeare theater.
oh, interesting.
Yes.
Hmm.
But anyways, that covers our show. Next week we're gonna review the results of these two shows we talked about, and also talk about Clash. So we'll need to stay on topic for that week.
Oh yeah, that'll be tough,
No
especially since
ROH.
it's
No ROH discussion will be allowed on
oh
that show in order to keep
no
time
ROH,
constraints.
no ROH, ESPN. That's what I was gonna say because
Yes.
there's that whole deal that just developed as of today. It looks like,
Get your
which I'm
VPNs.
still pretty hot about.
Get your VPNs.
Uh huh.
Like you already like I don't think Peacock plus the CW adds up to what a VPN would cost. So just get the
Nope.
VPN. Just accept that Canada
Yeah,
has
it's.
superior broadcasting.
Let's not go that far. Let's not go
And
that far. We're taking advantage of the situation here.
I mean,
This is what I'm feeling.
I'm just presenting facts. I get one-stop shop for all
Hmm.
WWE content, except for things that are like we get some stuff on YouTube, which is also free, obviously. So
Listen, Donnie, I liked Fred Penner and Red Green as much as the next guy, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to wholesale agree with your statement here.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
the proof is in the pudding, man. One-stop shop, or you can spend $30 a month on ESPN. It's your choice.
Well, I mean, there's an obvious answer. I'm not going to concede to Canada's superiority in programming here, though. There's no attachment there.
No,
I'm just saying.
the only thing the Americans have on us is Super Bowl commercials. That's it.
Those Clydesdales are great, man. Made me cry a little bit.
Johnny, you got anything else?
Should I start playing the Canadian anthem now?
No.
I have nothing else.
Do we have enough time?
Brandon?
Just, yeah, no. I know they did Worlds Collide. They just announced Dom is going to be challenging for the Triple A Mega Championship again, September 12th, I believe. So hope that goes better for him than this last round. Hopefully AJ's in the rear view.
AJ shows up. But that's our show. So as always, thanks for stopping to the Ope 3-Way. Have a beer on us. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.